soon as Mr. Andrew came over by, he was right.
Page number 11, we're looking at the top 4 questions we're going to look at today. Yesterday in class, we looked at the first 8 questions, and we started looking at how we solve if we have a variable on both sides. Now today we're just going to crank it up just a little bit. We're not going to distribute yet. I know we see those questions at the bottom, but we're going to take it up just one little notch today. Our step number 1, and of course my computer doesn't want to show me that. It'll load, hang on. Our step number 1 says, whoa, there we go. Our step number 1 says, simplify each side of the equation if needed. That includes distributing. That also includes combining like terms. We didn't have to do that yesterday, but now today we do need to worry about step 1. If I look at question number 9, as soon as it comes back up, as I look at question number 9, I don't have any parentheses, so we're not going to distribute yet. But I can combine some like terms. So before you start moving your x's around left side, right side, take a look over on the left side. We have, maybe, computer is not happy today.
Because it's a Thursday.
I know, it must be tired for the week. Must be tired for the week. We've got the negative 5x and a positive 3x on the left side. They're on the same side, so we don't do anything opposite with them. We combine them as is. So negative 5, positive 3 gives me a negative 2x. And then I still have a minus 16 left. Equals my right side. There's nothing I can combine over there. The negative 23 and negative 9, they don't both have x's, so I can't put them together. So the next kind of piece today that's different from yesterday, the piece that's different from yesterday is I need to combine those like terms first. Now I need to move one of the terms with x. I noticed yesterday that a lot of you just like to pick the x that was over on the left, and you like to move it over to the right. That's okay. You can do that. That's totally an option. Now, I also know for some of you, when you solve equations, you like your variable to be over on the left side. I know a lot of you, you switch your equation around to get your variable to be on the left side because in your brain, that's how it makes most sense. So if I want my variable to be over on the left, move the one that's on the right. So if I want to keep my x's on the left, because a lot of you do that when you solve equations, move the one that's on the right. I'm going to move the 9x over to the left side. So to undo subtraction, I'm going to do addition. Move the 9x to the other side. Bottom left drawer of my desk, very bottom left drawer. You got to pull the top drawer open to open the bottom. Pull the top drawer open of my desk, like the middle drawer. Yep, now it opened. All right, so when I do that, I have negative 2x plus 9. 7x minus 16. And I still have a negative 23 left over on the right. So now we have what you guys like. You guys like your variable over on the left side. You like to have your variable over on the left. I see that all the time. So if you like to have your variable on the left, move the thing that's on the right. You can move either x, it doesn't matter. We saw that yesterday. We solved a lot of them 2 different ways. Now from here, it's a 2-step equation. Take care of subtraction first. 7x is over on the left. Negative 16, positive 16. That gets me a 0. Negative 23, positive 16, negative 7. Make sure, I know we talked a lot about this yesterday, but guys, put these things in your calculator if you need to. I know I had people yesterday that would have negative 23 plus 16, and you're telling me that's 39. We have to pay attention to our signs. And last but not least, we divide by 7. Again, you have to watch your signs. This doesn't equal positive 1. It equals negative 1. You have to watch your signs on these things. That's where a lot of us are making mistakes. We're not looking that there's a negative in front of something. So be careful on those. So let's go ahead. In order to get to our break today, we need to finish up 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
So let's try those out. And as we're working, guys, I'll gradually have people start putting these up for you. Or maybe I'll put the next one up. Let's see how we do. All right, guys, let's talk about these a little bit. Some of us are totally finished. Some of us are maybe working on our last one. Some of us are still on question number 10. So if you need some help, here is your opportunity. I'm going to walk through these 3. So if when I'm done walking through them, if you don't have them finished, that is going to be 100% on you. Okay? I want to walk through these. Some of us, after I did number 9 with you, you rocked it. You were ready. You're finished with these 4. Others of you are like, Miss Golly, how do I? I was getting 85 different questions. Okay? So let's take a look at number 10 together if you need it. If you already did 10 and you're good, keep working where you are. If you need me for number 10, I'm going to do number 10 right now. If you need me for 10, because I keep having to try to work with 4 different people at the same time, I can't do that. We're going to be here all day. So if you need number 10, I'm going through number 10 at this time. If number 10 is great for you, keep going with 11 or 12, whatever you're on, okay? So in number 10, if I look on the left side, 6r minus 5, I can't put anything together. I look, so I'm going to keep that left side the same. Over on the right side, I have a 1 and a negative 24. I can put those together because they don't have r's. Now, when I put them together, I don't change their sign because they're on the same side. So my 8r is going to stay, and I'm going to have a minus 23. Okay? My 8r is going to stay, and I have a minus 23. Now I have to choose if I'm going to move the 6r or the 8r. We talked earlier that a lot of you like to keep your variable on the left. So I'm going to move the 8r by subtracting it from both sides. You guys like your variable to be on the left, so I'm going to move my variable over to the left. You don't have to. Some of you that I already helped with number 10, you moved the 6r and you're fine. Don't change it. 6r minus 8r is negative 2r. We still have a minus 5 and a negative 23. Now from there, I undo subtraction first. Negative 2r is still on the left. And then I have negative 18 over on the right. Divide by negative 2. R equals 9. So if you already did this question, double check for number 10 that you got R equals 9. All right, so again, if you need me for question 11, if question 11 is still blank on your paper, or maybe you've erased it 3 or 4 times, then stick with me on number 11. We're going to start by combining like terms. Over on the left side, we have a 9a minus 7a. I can put that together and make it a 2a. Over on the right side, I have a 3a and a plus 2a to give me a 5a. So I've got everything combined. So take a look at your number 11. I've got everything combined. Everything's combined. Now here's where I got some questions on number 11 when I was helping a few people with this one. Miss Golly, I want to move the 2a. I can't move the 2a though because then that left side has nothing over there. I have to. I don't have a choice on this one. Most of these I can ask you which one you want to move. This one you don't have a choice. It has to be the 5a. If I move the 2a, the left side's empty. So 5a is positive. So its inverse, or in order to move it, the opposite would be a minus 5a, both sides. 2a minus 5a, again, that's something that if you need to double check in the calculator, you double check it in the calculator. That's not a big deal. 2 minus 5 is negative 3a. And then we finish it off dividing by negative 3. So our a should equal 11. A couple of you pointed out to me, hey, this guy is kind of cool. Question 11's answer is 11. So those of you that are working along with me, is there anything you need me to re-explain on number 11? And try to make sure, guys, if you're following along with me, follow along with me. Don't just wait till it's up there and then I hurry up and I copy it down real quick. That's not the idea of my going through it with you. It's so you can double check yourself. And if you need help on a step, I'm giving you that help. Okay. All right, so our last question, guys. Now, if I've been helping you with maybe 10 and 11, maybe you followed me step by step, go ahead and try question 12. But if you're like, no, Miss Golly, I really need you to walk me through, then I know we're going to get some practice on our own, then I think I might be ready. That's okay. So let's do the same thing on 12. I look on the left side, and some of you are getting thrown off. You're like, Miss Golly, there's only one M over there, so that means I can just keep going. You guys, you can also combine just the plain number pieces too. Negative 5, negative 20. It's going to give me a negative 25. Then I still have a positive 7m on that side. So right now, guys, some of you still don't have anything written down for number 12, and I almost have step 1 finished. All right. And then over on the right side, I have a 20 and a minus 2m. They don't both have m's or not have m's, so I can't put them together. I know a lot of you like your variable to stay on the left. So if I want my variable to be on the left, I don't move the one on the left. I'm going to leave it there. Move the piece that's on the right. So I'm going to move the negative 2m by adding it. I know a lot of you, I've seen it the last couple weeks, we've been working on equations. You like to flip your equation around if I don't give you the variable on the left to start. So for these, you kind of get your choice. You can choose to put your variable on the left. Okay, so on the left side we have negative 25. We now have a positive 9m, and it equals a positive 20. All right, so then what do I move next? Let's see. I can't move my 9 yet because that's being multiplied. I've got to move my 25. The 25 is negative, so to move it to the other side, we have to add it to both sides. I get left 9m, and we get a 45. Divide by our 9. Now I know some of you are thinking, Miss Golly, I chose to move the 7m up above and I still got m equals 5. Yeah, you should. Absolutely, you should. We shouldn't get different answers. I chose to move the 2m because I know you guys like to solve equations where the variable stays on this left side. In your brain, that's what makes the most sense. That helps you solve. So if that's something that helps you solve, then make that choice. Make it easier on yourself. Make that choice. Okay? My computer's having a lot of issues today.
You should try to restart it.
It's a little on the slow side.
I have restarted it a few times.
How many times today?
Today, like twice.
Oh, you need to do it 3 times.
Yeah, they went a way different way.
Third time's the charm.
I mean, what you can do is get that camera thing off of one of these sheets.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do is the camera thing because let's have an opportunity for you to practice some on your own. You should have a sheet that is a maze. I have zoomed in on it on my screen. The maze, it has a start question, a specific place for you to start. I know it's in kind of a different place. It's not in the top left corner. It's more towards the right on that top row. And I wanted to make sure we went through the first question together. I think we all definitely can handle an equation like this, but it's one that we've never seen before. And there's also another one like this along the path as well. So I wanted to make sure we did the first one together so you weren't guessing at how to do it. So we need to start our usual rules. Undo our addition first. So I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. Now you might want to, I'm just doing this on my screen so you can see which question I'm doing. You will probably run out of space. If I were you, I would do this on a separate sheet of paper so you don't have all of your work crammed into one little box. So after we subtract the 9, the left side is still 3x minus 6 divided by 3. And positive 9 minus 9 gives me my 0. 18 minus 9 is 9. Now this is the part that we really have not seen before. That fraction bar, remember, means division. So we all know how to undo division. We multiply. I'm going to multiply both sides by the 3 that's in the bottom of our fraction. Multiplying by 3 undoes the division by 3 over on the left side. So now I have left 3x minus 6 equals 27. And let me just make a little more space here. I'm going to do a little white out here so I have a little more space. You should be doing this on a separate sheet of paper. If you're like, wait, Miss Golly, I can't write out. You should be doing this on a separate sheet of paper. I know there's not enough space there for you to show all your work. All right, so now we have to undo our subtraction. So we're going to add 6 to both sides. 3x equals 33. Last step, divide by our 3. X equals 11. So I'm going to travel. If you want to shade in your path, or if you just want to draw an arrow, or if you just know you need to go to the next box, that's fine too. Now the second question, for the second question, there is only one way for you to go off of that second box, and that's going to be that path with the 12. You still need to do that question. Again, there's not enough space in this box. I would do it on a separate sheet of paper. But now the nice thing is, though, you know the only choice you have is x equals 12. So you know for sure the answer to this problem needs to be 12. If it's not 12, then you know you made a mistake somewhere. You need to go back and see if you can fix it.